Abusua sisi amano kasa dead Lumba and the best friend Juaben Fosu our den boy yenti obia no waba be kasa na be carry atama dead Lumba free mu ono any nipo di kan be kasa Ghana for horo no pa wo mo support odobro ni de abusua o man fan ho anche no but papa ne san so ababonten aba be kasa biem na de ensem na this time around oka o support ma me Akosua Serwaa still ana so support odobro ni ana say dead Lumba timdidie na wodi ho nkomo aha eguso eye Daily Gossip TV and no first time myself say obe subscribe we am abo homode no follow ye ewo other social media platforms ni so no share videos ama fofo so atimi anya bi ahwe papa no di nkomo bi na nkomo na wodie no say odo asoto fom na wutie nkomo na obeti de opeso kire ase na busua esi sen na wo ba warefo awoni ni kuna bre eye japade ne ne be ma no koto fom a yesi afedi onu ankasa mpodie onye na mum the oba betena ase as a maid no as a house help no wonu mum na ye warefo abusua papa na di nkomo yentie nkomo ni bia ne famra ba ma remfi se wo mo edi dead Lumba atem egu ne ho fi ebi se na wo yokot ebi se wonu mpo no na wotwa ne ho kro ne ba especially evangelist with the free nkomo obedi ya ni nyina da papa na di ho nkomo se be ya akasa ansem no omunya aka se dead Lumba wo se na ni su banye na nso so niema bi wo ho a eya ye ntuabo abusua yentie bi ne famra
ni mum no spirit dey kura no ukokot kwa na judge no kwa yankudi na sem no because in some by na kai court law na ka say nobody hunya so be court because judge no nyen ka sem no na wo ja wo atridi intino yam ya say ni pe bi ka say na say obi kura say Lumba na ni magu ase in fact na ni magu ase say enfunso wo ni paso say nya funso ni paso ka say bi yakopon ko ni ayi bonsam ebe ka bo mai free sabi oni ni enye free bonsam nye free na say ni Bible too much inti mi hwam eye nyina e Ghana for enfunso ni de e wono so nenso etare aye sabi e wo bia so inti say Lumba wo gu na yesi na wo yesi busamu sa wo so say na wo so waye wo so won nenso yeti wa AYEKA say my na ebunkum so akowe yesi wonu kra no kasa nko kasa na me kasa ne ya ba wo mu anasa badim enne se wo yi efri mu timi shirem Ghana for so we can be for Lumba ho a ka de wo na se bi nipa ni mu ye hwe nipa ni enka ntima se onye angel say oye perfect mo bia ni obari Lumba akobe de kai na heaven obetimi akọ heaven because why nya no ho abotra wontimi ni ntra unya no abotra wontimi nya mi ka se bi papa shia the whole of Ghana history mini nipa mini Lumba asache but it's no problem why my friend but yan bi won who say ye koy na ankoyi won sa friend me na kamedia ka me no wan a obetimi afra be isa enamo astra pa me ne wo na me hwe na chi ne ma no matuma no kwaboni ho obu ha na na fo do obi oni ho ane be ma ni ho no ba ne ho okuna na me yesi no anya me business no me no kasa from how bit me na ware se no aka che me na me siesie mo mo business a ti me bo na nigere ehia bi no oba no sinka che be ma no na be ma na hia bo sinka che oba no me kan che no anya me business no nti mo ma ya nwene ye ho na ye mo mpa ye se opo ade be tu ye nkwadam na de ye wo no se nhira ma so a e be ba abaso na we bone na se ayi se bi kase sama so a e be ba abaso ni nye de ye na ye nka se bi wo wi wa boyen obia no ho a se bi ni lifetime okofa na onyabrebo odi abrebo ana se okwa ni giemu ana to yi on father Lumba monum I was first DJ okolo ha ni mana for Jimmy yo was a broken so what 80s no boy no ana se early 90s na wa mo Lumba no party ne enye de tata na slow boy no ma mo Lumba no tinom sa na Lumba nko a ana se no mo pe bi ya ma we ya pon Dini pan na DJ ya no within 5 hours 3 hours one month papa ya pon a wasa agro no enya duane e ba ho nyemu na boy yo msan ya mo ni no na ma se party ne ye de enya ti patari abusia ye anyum na ye go de no msan mo tom no dan Lumba wo we na mo mi bia Lumba ye 40% wo anyum bia mo party bia mo okroma 40% enya sa anyum na akoye de ena na timpaluta mo no nkofa baba early 90s ni de Lumba on the top.
Wow. Apagri to ko sembe na obeka e de twa to.
Yo, mechia obi bia na beda Ghana foasi anase nyina na ye ho ase na me bompae ma obade se onto nyina nkwanam na me nua a wowu no yakopon so fa ne kransie na dachi bia no omai ni sia na mu no me makoye nua danfo de ne ma bia oba bia no me twa se kakra bia mo bia me nya fo ba nye sika nko na me nya time mo kra ayom se do papa ye na se mu se do papa ye no kra na say so awiemu betra say kwala wo fi o mo ha wo the man to say me no official minim let me say 10 and 10 minim you will go baby ya wadam from na nya wadam from na yira sem ene de e ni bi ha to no ni bi to afa ni mo officially minim de e 10 ya ni wa odisi mi the account wa cheni de ebi okofie na buy na kaka mo de meeting chire minia no aduane hire no ko be yama aduane hire Lumba nim ene yekodi dia won foto we ma me no wato we do on ye no bi na medi ti ya tia se mahra dia se Ghana fa hra dia nemu se obani obi se wonya se ko ba na dia Serwaa police escort me to sprinters obesra se ko ba no me escort say abotu ti ne se wa ma escort o me yanko na bi nkosi a ase ni hoda bai me escort me na boy na ne obetuma yesa ma me nti me ka side we say dem ko ma bo nti o ye nipa nemu nenso etar bo ho a ne wa ye wana nenso so what me ayi ba ti na no ko bia debate we no me wo say wo sikasa we stand the positive way of Lumba ni ne so twa me sro say the ofina yadia if you be na ABDA in kata se the nasitremu edum and then make say insurance or the aduma stoya class or so ba stoya class e kan dia ho nti onkoje best death certificate ma ya still a jama for your report say Lumba e wo jama ha isa kusa se wana kwajiba omo wo mfi omtimu o chede o baby a ntimi sro mumia mompa say bitimi sie nua no na ye bibia ma sebi Ghana ye ni aso say ye nyo ya hwe ade na nyadia ye bitimi enya replaceables obey replaceable mai pe de kwa nkoma ne omo kaka oboyi ubenya bi na nye antisa bandan Lumba de mumia bu se bibiti se de meka na Michael Jackson Bob Marley ku park na Lumba no unya bibi sa bi e bi so emma bi ko se bi se ba na ba ko pe e ba ho no ahwe ye kwa emma bi no question mumma yan fa wo bro eni eyi se wa yese no kra nanso ye boduma etar bobo obi ye wona nanso ye to ye ka se oh boy we no be trend so ka se ampa makasa de me kasa ye no so enimu a wo ada ya fa be kire me de wo na mekai se na Lumba woni akosa se wajai ena we say emru a wo no ma me ne toko nti fa toko no so bi ni ma no ma o na na oda ho toko wow Lumba de no be free Ghana by ena ko so ye do de enya yi na Lumba fi se sila papa de chi okoji bi ma no ono we no hu se ampa se we na we nge optimi nku oba odo no kun na question wa no mitie onu aba ba ko pa wahu e de no obi ti oko poison na kun ye bi ni bi ene wo su ni manyina esu na sabi o papa prati asere wo hwa na ade na papa wu na edie na okusu so wa nje mo ode bo anu a onya asetena se go mo bo mo num 3 years as 5 years na nyum no yantimi mfa nko ya e cho mo abo mo ne ko ye ene okuma e fa so be ne baba no se be papa no awu ye no e fa so be na poison obi a 10 years edu me see ya ye ne operation da ge na shelu bachi for ne kwanti ko kan waste me see me ne ko hospital e de ko je ya doctor mus o ma ye de ye spinal cord over 15 years sabi na fu a yake se nyina no a one disadvantage nti enu no more than 10 a day for 50 years nti ye kasa ne musa won say ye no once in a blue moon and say once in a month
akusia
every day
mu beti
yeah
mchaso obi wa kan bibo ebi ama anya me photo sa papa na kasa o
akusia is too much
ko father ko kasa mu be nya de kasa ya kasa
possible
discount embisawo eyine ya se o ne ma
obi
Hello.
asman
Kasa da se wachi. Na wonum no, da dia se ho bewe. Wo no pressure ye. But because 3 years we ampa we. But ya hu se yare no dom da dia na hyehyɛ dom pɛ ne da dia de. E mabra. Na hye wo fru kon achi. Nti wo twa ne kon ya hwɛ se o sika ne kon. Ase no bi na abodi. Ni disadvantage there. Sabi you must also phobia said obi ewu a obon pa ya ma na so dem wate wo di obekọ posel dum ni bi e ka the positive ayin kwa also phobia ni ho nti se ye ka nya me na me ka the negative no se wonima fatu tirim ni emu se do tie no unua bi na se wo fase bi enam ka se inshira ma so a wo ye papa de inshira ma so be ba ma so na wo ye bonna ma so be ba ma so nti mum ye mo pa ye se ye positive na be ba ya brabum akosi da e be wu.
I guess in the bedas, a bit piano, and in Chimudia Bediano, a beba about it.
Who went to Mubia, Mumodianam Consortium, and Yemen Macadian Confession of Foca. In Uniano, the opera which me I can hear in Shimo here. If I and Sabi, Minyanegua, Mimane, Moncofo, even in Biano, ya, or catch me and Yimno, Becca, in the Akosua, and Nigeria, or that's what the water now make us say. You're okay.
Okay, me pamacho interview ya me boy is afena wo ba Juaben Fosu that the Lumba na dam for pan brebo our teacher Germany and a Biscuit media and then interview we say was done 9 months ago and a TikTok no so Juaben Fosu trendy baby says I don't know trendy rantie and is a Manti media. Manti media, hey. Manti media, any Juaben Fosu.
Media.
What's it? A Manti media. What's it? Life for Swa would or your life or no? Or the Juaben Fosu picture but one chi. To walk as a man, a Juaben Fosu friend and life, no say a day. And I would see me picture but two chi, a did my 10 cents, or no. Or more life no so decide so mo beto to papa na no bisa no questions bi ama na yi no ho won sem bi a wakeka ho na enum no question and answer no at some point bedani kaseti a me de sa na me hu say eye kaseti a enu ntina sa screen recordings no I me akra me tie na me my assignment me krantie nti I don't feel comfortable say me bone ha me hu me say hu hia e obi asem ne bi aba but say panika city ade I don't subscribe to that because me kwa na me hu ne say na nka omunya big opportunity say bibi o kan ye bi anka mu disagree na nka mu mfa ka mu nto mo bo ase na nka mu misa no na nka onya no na nka no kra enchira say papa ne bi kro onye no kwafo but obi ane na platform e kwan yo mo handle no that was that enunti ena say war trending no because almost inconsistency I wanna ask me to me more interview nyina but I just played one interview which is the first interview ye say na be ya be refresh ye nyina nsem ni bia wakeka nti I think Mr. Tefi Titania akasi bia na kia kasa why
me hoki kame
Titania with different time zone Titania with the na do ba tambe
me ba na mo kasa o
yeah, but so so Titania kasa
Dr. K o so me ba na
makinko ki kasa
okay
no na ke na mo kono ko ni stand manen kasa
abusuafo me chamo nyina you see me copy sa video na o sa platform so na in fact me ntima hwanwie na me ra ho pa me hwɛ sɛde na esi kona na ya rehosem you see ya do time a as a generation na ya ba no any DS ya di ma mpanifo no ayɛ bibi ho ɛya na ha me sɛ obi ka asɛm na sɛ obi ma na adwen na wo ne nya adwen a na wo pɛ sɛ wo kyɛ sɛ as nipa no na odi na tem kyɛ sɛ nipa no nyansa no kyɛ sɛ wodi no wodi wo ne nyansa kyɛ nipa no ɛya na ha me pa papa yi onim Lumba 40 years wo platform so na wo ka na kyɛ asɛm ɛna wo afraba ɛna ɔba bɛyi n'ano nti ɛhɔ koraa na ɛsɛ nka ɔdi ani die ma no sɛ wayɛ bold afro platform no so aba mmaa ne mmarima gyina platform no so di n'atɛm because sɛ asɛm a wɔka no wɔne ne nya adwene asɛm a wɔka no nyɛ nokorɛ ma obi a onim obi 40 years no a ɔka no asɛm no ɔso no nya adwene fine wo right sɛ ɔbɛka deɛ nti a ɔso no nya adwene but to the point sɛ wodi n'atɛm panyin gyimi for panyin onim nyansa ɛyɛ sad. I don't know what is going on with this generation. I didn't think I won't person obey obi di atum. Now the other person obi tum. Ono onim nipa no. Wa anka se wodi dance se wodi na bonyuma. Onim no ono obey no e ka asem. O se wonyi ntum eno nti wodi na tem. Rough. Mera ho pa na sa video na ko hu mera ho. Na me di blame no be ma nipa na platform ye ne dia no. Because so wo platform na say o pese o platform no obi a respect o platform na obi baso na oko off border you need to question the person ese o question nipa no enyina ho na nhwe ema obi ma platform so na oni depend na tem sa esa e ko e bi beka wa so twese na sa atini na odie no o fo aso so oni nipa na tem because me na me hwa de no guy no wo sere ni ade enti sa kwan o mo fa so mo handle man no o ma nya ade kra especially o mo platforms mo bie no ha me hu se oni man no oni ni botipen yes ebi mo be kase morals ni de ade but sometimes we need to show respect to the people who are due for those respect won't mean need to be at them rough sa our platform so medman wasi
hey Akosua mami Akosua mpacho mami kabibika okay me ne wo ya adwene got to some time it's very hard to watch in the beginning and I say okay kaka good bank was okay but it was very hard empathy may be a stronger one but in the do baby I'm so she like we cannot just disrespect this old man. My question is, what did he have to call in the first place? TikTok is not a normal place and you be more if page other people will not operate your platform as well. I will drop you. Everyone is different. So the measure you measure people, no, you don't give to other people as well. Obia is different. We don't blame Emantia him. He did nothing wrong. His moral is his moral. Yours is different. And my problem, they may blame you, they may blame me grabbing Fosu. Why did he have to come in the first place? TikTok and confirm your magro. They will disrespect you anyhow. Or you call your penny, they don't care. Obia listen and a buffo one a come in. And Obi was from his first interview I'm saying still what they did was wrong, but we cannot justify the fact that we cannot say that they had to respect him. Obia different means me Obia anti and Chenko school. Yet we can't share in Mantia here or other hosts say they should act this way. But this guy shouldn't have called you in the first place. TikTok so he shouldn't have even called him. When it started Nana banter. He should have dropped. He stayed on. They were disrespecting him, but he stayed on. Why? Obi sena me same way started. We do platform B. Now say the heat was on. I will just leave the platform, go roam about because the same tea in some Akosua. I'll go roam and come back because and you stand that say me did not want to video be at an Obi in Tessa, Obi be do what them. There are some people that don't maybe do what them though. We have platforms that curse. They do that. And so where did she have to go there? Why did he have to go there? I don't blame Emantia Hene. I believe say as human beings we should have empathy on others. I believe that this man could have cut it short if he didn't have to call him, or when the banter started, he should have dropped. So we shouldn't measure Obia. Akosua is different, you are different. Obia, you're different. We'll come back to the story.
Hello,
Yes.
Mbacho. I'm kind of.
Kobe me pacho news so.
I'm trying to.
Dr. K me pacho kasa.
Okay, me da see Akosua. Akosua for say audio Akosua boy. Say we have listened to all the things that Juaben Fosu ekekaye. Na my concern is either he lied or whatever he said was true. And he made statements say one Lumba Nante for 40 years. At least we cannot say Bibia or can be atro and a being so maybe some of it in so exaggerate too much in it. It can be like that. But Adiaba Koa na Akosua pick pointy some statements he made concerning Bronii. Now that is where I want to emphasize a bit on them. With all audio amitié, if say we believe what he said, na echere say one maame Akosua wo Germany warrior and is documented, which is ordinance marriage. Secondly, Osteti said Bronii has also contributed to Lumba's life, Ebra or Ghana, because enyewo noa ebi kranka Lumba ewo Ghana, which nobody can discredit that. Say Bronii esmo Lumba. That is a fact. Now, Adiaba Koa, metimi I pointed out Kessie ewo de Juaben Fosu kaini nyinemu, because I don't want to take time on this, because okasa nyina ma draw some points be a go, but I'm not going to go through because of the time. But the American say was specify say maami Serwaa ene Daddy Lumba worry ordinance married. That is one. Secondly, in Yapadie or say Tantra Hill, East Legon, Dome, or the maami Serwaa and a year torn sassino, a year BBR. At the same time, or say the maami Serwaa sending a drew a Breno, a Ghana. Now, Juaben Fosu said that the Lumba yare for, I think, 15 years or something. 15 years or something. But at the end of the day, when we listen to Lumba on one personal interview, I think somewhere 2011 or 2012, if I'm not mistaken, I stand to be corrected. The interview, it came out recently. Now, a old interview or yeah. And now, Ombusane said, we heard you were sick. And I said, yeah, I was sick for almost 2 years. I was admitted at the hospital. Now, Okoye surgery. But it's been outside, say, like even the Juaben Fosu kaeno. And na me kasembi in the beginning, actually, Akosua said, Juaben Fosu ka say, Lumba eshe infran toma. Ni we see your by unfriantuma until say one maami Serwaa worry. That statement ni we see your by it ended the day he married maami Serwaa traditionally edo differentuma. It is not after, it is before. Secondly, say Lumba edi maami Serwaa aware onipa ni busane say na Bronii so ode ne ware na o se there be eno de wone na ware, because the family is not aware say one Bronii aye de be aware, which the family of Daddy Lumba has also confirmed say omoba no enware obia. They don't know anything about that apart from Mambia or Germany. So all these things are facts that are there. But one of the things inka yebetimi atias ye ni ahwehwe ni mamuni say, okay, said your mo can even cross or mo boa mpo a anase oboa anase atoro kra na odi mpo a sebe. In the beginning of me ba so foforo no, I heard some argument a bit adai na oja bema no eho na or send a draw Emma Juaben Fosu na Juaben Fosu di akwa na nase sika na Juaben Fosu di skana kwa koma Lumba ewo Ghana. Sebe awari bia has issues. Every marriages have issues. And I keep saying one thing. Obabia o wa say Serwaa wari o so wari yo. The truth ni say, can any woman keep a man? That is the question we need to ask ourselves if we have to think critically. Can any woman keep a man? No woman can ever keep a man if the man do not allow himself to be kept. No woman can keep a man who has not allowed himself to be kept. And found the obano the obeyabia. Se beman kaso kwabontia kudi na agora obekwa kudi opa no aduane mana no pane awia opa fa ho mana no pane awia se opeso kwabontia obekwa bontin. This is men, and men decided what they want and where they want to go. Entina awari se o hawni amane bamua eno no nkyere se awari go aba. It is a beman akogana no akofo oba foforo. Maybe I don't care about what people are saying. Say na odo Bronii ye made in asif. I don't care about that. I'm not talking about that. So ye made so ye whatever. That is okay. But the key important thing is that oma wariye no wo broche egu ya na say. Secondly, bearman wo ye bearman. Even a broche ha kra no wafo oba ne na wo. Emre ko na yere wa ha. And talking about Ghana. Ghana no want me. It's easy in Ghana. Eti nipa na ko Ghana na se the same brano ene wo bo Ghana na one oba atia sebe eno no nkyere so waware oba and at the same time no se be manua eba efre oba woni netie akuma, it doesn't mean it's official marriage. Sebe on friend is afra and on friend is said in our camp traditional homes no utimi fia obi kra na onware no but wo de wano ato no so kra no wo sister kra timi fia no cause yakuma it is there and no nkyere se nipa na ye nipa no ho ade. So you know all these things obi a otie de ekoso no hwe de ekoso bia, if we want to be honest and want to be truthful, we will all agree say this man and this woman, they got married in Germany. I remember say Obinso Eka say I Lumba nyan nkrata kran san obe meeti mama Akosua Serwaa, which is a big liar. There is nothing truth about that. Because Lumba even came to Netherlands here in Amsterdam, even to try a document here in Amsterdam. He came with Mami Akosua Serwaa, and that document did not work here in Amsterdam. So all these lines, when we manufacture lines, and people know the truth, but they pretend not to know, not to say the truth. And at the same time, you know, Obi, to me, I cannot discredit Odo Bronii. So when you say, why ye bibi, one no duane ambenedi, that is okay. Wabuano, that is okay. But the point is that because abrabo ye bono ene enija aso bia bodu say it can transfer to another body who wonim say yenokre na wodi atroshe bono, it can bypass and come to you. Madam Wasi.
Just a few things. Just a few things. Juaben Fosu anka say Lumba anware Odo Bronii. Was he say yeah, he wasn't there.
He said the family didn't know. The family. He said the family. The family.
Was he say yeah, he wasn't there.
No, he also talk about the family. Akosua point the family back. Okay, say family. The family.
Family. Say family. In
family.
So
you beside me question no specifically. Was he say yeah or not there he wasn't there?
No, was it family also?
And officially,
Not only the one can say on But his brother says,
no, Akosua, he stated it. Say Chikasa na walk and say won't tiasi.
And yes, will be in Tiasi. When you will be in a kind of casa, will be a bit to the moon. Say, a cassie doing Homosadia, everything will be up for interpretation. I don't know, be a canasum. No, I know, person woman, I would chachia. Nipana casa.
Akosua, Benchiano. About family. He talk about family. Say family no is not aware. He stated it.
And also platform how we say when Ankrata and son will meet him papa and then he is uncle and son over and then yes and cano. Yes,
and it has to be corrected. It has to be corrected.
That's not what we said. We said so.
But it has to be corrected, Akosua.
That's not what we said. I'm meant to make correct we. Yes, so Onya Ankrata and son one Mammy Akosua say what was signed papers 2004. That's what we said. Because per Mammy Akosua letter or Chokoma judge no Lumba Nkrata 2000 almost to sign Nkrata no 2004.
Akosua, can you prove the Krata? Can you prove the 2000? No, can you prove the 2004 and the 2000? I even asked you on the comment section. Say, prove that document.
Who would the documents in the ATA? Oh, Hannah, so they may sue but in Kobe be a while. Would they not say, hey, you very dinner what TV? Say you don't wait.
You can just send it. You can just send it. We can take it. We can all go through it.
Interested party. Everybody else is interested. When you're personal, don't worry. You're very dinner. You're kind of her.
Who they see me? Why? See me.
Don't go. Because of banter. I'm out for you.
Let him stay. He shouldn't go. Let him stay.
No, the deal, it's not your turn yet.
It is my turn. I want to respond to him. No. I want to respond to him. No. Let me say. If you allow this guy to go, it's not going to help. Please.
No, won't go, baby. Her dear. You know, program number for what you're request you. I'm not for a requesting tea.
Akosua, but if somebody says something, and you don't allow somebody to expose no man of power, it doesn't help.
I didn't pen. I will let them you be with Yaman. Nyabotiamano. Date now walk and almost see the Amoka won't you when you let them. Storage.
Akosua, when you let them and answer me, send them out.
Send the mammy, send a make us send the mammy.
Okay.
Oh, send the mammy, I send the macking, so why? Cake, hold on. Once away, Muyedi, Matiasia, Medase.
Rankasa, Mr. Rakasa.
Okay, Ramesokasa.
Okay, good evening, Omi. Gidi said, here.
Listen, man, don't be aggressive.
Okay, so interview we me huni say Juaben Fosu voice say out no bia or no me for me anything he said after ye papa Lumba burial intro because this interview we will be a we need a little bit about psychology and I wish you bibisa the way Kasa he was very relaxed. I said obi enforcing no he said everything willingly or ka di onim no ka di onim so ka anything after that the Lumba burial the final rites burial no and strong one no okika or can say I don't know why we are still ignoring the fact that although Bronii is married to Lumba all static casa no say Akosua Serwaa yiripeni you see Bema caste yiripeni what does it mean? It means you were first wife there is another so he could have said a couple of times or say yiripeni. He also didn't dispute that Odo Bronii nso so yere. He said, "Se na Odo Bronii ni wa ka papa no ewu da." There are so many things he said that made it look like the man married the other woman. Probably, Mami Akosua Serwaa wouldn't be okay with it. But you see, he gave excuses. Say, Mami Akosua Serwaa, ono na ese so otina Germany, ehwe ne ma, ontimi mba betina ha, enu aduane ne all that. It is oba foforo wa ha. Now, onenete na ohwe na ese Akosua Serwaa ti ase. Onti ase so a mema ye mema, men amen. Which ye nua bema, you see ye, eka. And me, I said this was it yesterday. I will never stop looking at the 2018 court letter. That one, I will never stop. Because most of us, ye mami, ewo marriage certificates. Say, some of us say, ye mami ni ye papa mo ejaya. They still have their certificates there. BBC CCA now mami chere the marriage certificate ah. Obetimi ade a chere easily. Whether or no papa ejai. I don't get why it's getting to 1 year. Marriage certificate is becoming a problem. Cause only bear worry legally. Now bring your marriage certificate is getting to a year. Me be that. I've not heard some before. I am not going to sit here and say that Daddy Lumba didn't marry her. But the situation is looking like either or ne papa no twa omo krata and I say minim cause as a aware no it is a customary aware and not ordinance because how say call 1 year ye ni na e betimi agina aka say marriage certificate the only be makura I said den a e wo fie utimi e wo ho obi anjin free unsem iti ade na e call 1 year on fan by verdict you say go and bring the authentic one and come back. How are you coming to fight for the only wife and you don't prepare yourself? You need to prepare yourself. Because if you want to be the only wife and like Juaben Fosu said, you didn't agree that your husband was with somebody else. You prepare yourself. The minute a man dies, prepare. Get your authentic marriage certificate. You don't come unprepared. The minute you portray yourself as such, it's as if you are trying to force something that is not there. So I'm always going to look at that 2018 letter until she comes to prove herself. She is the first wife and there is a second wife. That is all I can say. Thank you.
Hey,
Ayana bi mu pesa mo kire se mo no na mo krampo no monim maame na nka so na asem kokot monim asem no ache na me
no pacho nuso kobi
menim se nuso banya botre
mo akoma mo
pesa kan ade no asem bi we mebufu kra
obekasa botre
me dia menya kasa na pesa me kasa on kan ade pesa Akosua kan ade no be bi o shebi o no kasa
be on that
kobi pacho kasa
ade
Akosua but make them is form so that some people too can join. Why?
Any kasa.
Hey, Bobby had a menu kasa. Minya Akosua ne kasa. Mama
oh, me na me kasa on say. Oh, yes.
Oh, cupcake na can do Kobe so.
I don't say I kasa.
Oh, okay, bin kasa. Kobe we say do so.
Me say one kasa.
Okay.
Oh, kasa.
Me medium audio ni me tie pa fine. Nice. Audio ndi amam hu say ana me kan adamfo no de ahye ne mu ache Miss AYEKA so say wa voice out I say we keep secret na afi we wu kwan ne metumi akeka bi because me nyanka me ka ba metumi anka ntentwem nko Miss AYEKA we say first o ka say me ne pain he said it once if I heard it right Ewe no ba ni. But you know, kasa. Me who is a kasa no kasa bi ba judge bebree because semantics. Bi wa ka me hu ekuma emere oyenere. These things can't be explained anytime. But me defending who something I say I so defending who I will say odi akwashi in your own opinion. In the opinion man say I say my cousin but okay my dream was okay be a man can say kasa me kasa nimpena. But a term called Akawi, we are Akawi. So he can't explain more. But the more he tries to explain, I say, who is so dear Kushi? You can't change. What's ye? Oh, Johnny, we BBA. When we say it is a fact that you can't deny Odoboni. Say Odoboni and Yeshi, Odoboni, why you obeying ya? About Boa Papa. But now you can also establish, say, Awayuno, Ewo. Since Miss Ray, especially the person who did you cry, but in a platform, you soon make one day be say, Mete, send your titi. I said, Lumba call review, Ewa. And that's how come I think, say, Mammy said to me sending it through. Me say platform, I know me yari, me say review near then review then. Who say, oh, you know, Papa no send cars, I say, interest in me, man. So, what I want to say about this issue is that. I said that me kanya I feel about it. Mindina A, mindina B. Me diane say, if ebuse pain on Baba Jamel and Ko said the man send my letter said when year. I don't think this issue my men kabeti asie and we say man get away now abua me kun whilst I was away taking care of the kids or whatever.
See cupcake, I want time my hana.
What I was saying.
One time my hana.
Yeah then.
One time my platform is so home.
Taba.
What time?
No,
we are where see a reading letter wa ha Mami Akosua mum ne di kan say odo Bronii nyeye no on penny din will be BM. And san ebusu penny trust letter na koma Mami Akosua. We are where.
Ani na mini ha.
Eni Mami mum.
Just on no letter say.
Yes. Was one pet. Matter of fact, came I send them on
okay, so what happened was that when you say Oba no question in the land no. Or question Jama no mu CC. No, wait, that's how it started, yeah?
The woman
that's what they made us believe. It's beyond that. Let them was one poor Bronii do baby. Also, look no 1 week I said no, or baby appear yet.
Now, Kobe or Kobe
don't appear yet was one also see look no year. Yeah, I will let it my hand.
Okay, so therefore, it means that she believes and she knows that I have married this man under the ordinance law. And ordinance law is one man, one wife. No other rules, no other whatever. But tibia say why you so why you who say why you me say me kunde me na ye paper our ordinance marriage, and in ordinance marriage there is no other marriage because it's null and void. Probably that's how come up to until now the woman is still fighting. You do not twin chain. Miss Era, and yes, I'm no certificate. If you are going to authenticate something, or see almost say if other country, ever other country dear. Say authenticate intende the Germany embassy ka say aware no ewo ho na o ma authenticate ya. I don't think court in Chisoji too, because foreigner na asa authenticate man. That doesn't mean that the woman doesn't have certificate. I think I don't like it when you say it like that. No, listen, member come and meet you. I'm only saying that. Say it like
I don't think you guys are being fair. When somebody is talking.
Right? Would you go for your husband's funeral or not?
Miss Serwaa, you can't ask me that question. I'm not in that situation. But I'm only telling you that
you're not in that situation.
No, I don't want to be. I don't even want to be in that situation. But maybe say, what was him? I'm not in certificate. Yeah, we carry all your mice. Only they be in Canada. Kase or the buyer.
So Kasawi question where maybe so why Kasawi
or the certificate aba and almost your certificate. Me the phone aba my fact case and show. Doesn't mean that the phone Juma. Inti say or the phone case in Kashan ba and ye beji atum. But doesn't mean that awari ni ho. So now I think what the woman wants to express awari ni say.
But did I say it's awari ni ho? She's a wife, she's a first wife.
Certificate in you.
She wants to be the only wife, which is ordinance.
But in ordinance law, she's the only wife. That's what I want.
You know the opposite of authentic.
It is false. It is fake. You know the opposite of that.
That means you didn't understand the things.
You didn't understand. It's never true. It's wrong.
But any which ways, may end on as a macari, massam in the back. As some net down, you say. Juaben Fosu amayati as I say, or do Bronii ever sees a basin. But you see, the fact that the woman even tried to divorce, that my dream one say, I don't bad then on so divorce one man and to us to divorce, young child in young queen. That one afternoon, my dream was okay, I didn't Baba Jama, Mudia, Mama girl. Munko Jemen Inko Bisa say, I were in a one anyhow, and I said divorce certificate to be one which may prove. I point now, there's how they says 9 months in or moon permanent prove certificate. I must make me as 9 months in moon to make for divorce certificate beyond by. You understand? So the issue is a bit tricky. And when you use so much semantics, I say you bet deliberate because you're paying and no there semantics. And as some that one I can say we say my worry on paper. As to how she authenticate a document, it's up to her. But it doesn't authenticate your person share we said there is no other marriage. It's all null and void. Until whenever she said, I say so don't win you know on your year.
Me Akosua ntimi fa marriage certificate yimba ye am I engine to me. Are we still saying say although Bronii aware no is null and void?
Yes, it's null and void because one may say what can it say? Say certificate no the buy now on 1 Jan to no. It's that way.
Nah,
you see that's why you don't want to understand because
cupcake
about the court case.
I don't think say court nasem we should that here say papa biasa because the first certificate am many the call ye na your copy of the original.
I don't know baby bisa no.
Me baby sa we say na Harry 2020
photocopy no original copy
there. Accra court Accra let me see STM takadi sekeni takadi. I go there I go there say oh my certificate in me. Now with the man original me.
No, and your original kojin wo and your so I know what you are saying, but that's not what happened.
I'm only saying that if I go there
and yes, yes, our explanation on the menu, that's not what happened in court. What the call my copy man? Me tell us here is my passport, me person me certified copy. Me to be the UPS. Na or my certified copy. Na ye the amame. And no be na mami Akosua ye the court. Or the court ye na Papa Jama mu raise said this is 1 month before answer na asem no ye could di. And Papa Jama mu say eh adi de enye original. And a judge na say oyakusi Yona I don't know enye original. Original we do ko for original the bre me. And I'm so oh the be kwa ko fa ba. Oyakusi ko ya no akofa diary which is the German friend no family book no family book no so you don't have to be married to someone for the person to be in the book. Ubetimi ni obi aye co-tenant ubetimi ni obi kra twempna na wa kone de na ka book no nya aban na force di departure mo wo na wo kodi obi ko che book ni na afa book yi na lawyer kusi di akọ odo kwa na mo say na yo na say kusi nya say man bi say ni original adon away. Afei papa she say e wo me ka mu me kofa ba afei mo kofa ba ya letter no makodi no German embassy e wo Ghana say certification ne hwan like ade na mu na wo so original wo ka ni mu no it never original and record to them okra wo na nke ka say bia original no e bia go through the process until the original never entered the courtroom and raho.
Okay, Akosua, until na making you. It is just say, we say or the photocopy by. You see, from your first statement, we say or the photocopy by, but not original, right? Is that the case? So how did I get the photocopy? What's the meaning of photocopy?
So all we are telling you guys is that stop saying there's no certificate. That's the thing.
So my issue photocopy. Now they are 1 month before.
My photocopy. My nyambuchwe mami. Make it the photocopy again. My original they make it a me certificate UCC maybe UCC. I can't find the original document. My UCC mom when him say who we school
there will can yes I see and line of what they so it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. Are there what can irrelevant? Certified copy then I'm sure some of the UPS and your copy mommy. And I make actually and yes, so call baby.
Akosua, unless I don't know how I'm thinking.
Akosua, it says it was not.
If I have an original
there's no certificate.
If I have original transcript, now my yes or copy about what see they be won't pay me. And it's just again your papa.
And say I then I won't for original name original now pay no copy. Then I won't see farmer.
Akosua is so
no problem. Akosua
but
family book. Only book. What do you say? Imagine okay until appeal no kono. How is she still going to prove herself if she didn't bring any certificate?
So no, mommy be kwa kofaba. Into kofaba ni ejitu no bia.
You see that
higher ni be fast no.
Let me finish and now I can keep quiet so that you can also enjoy. So that means judgment in a buy. When we say technicalities and not judging. Mankasa wa winning you say mean to me because again I will kitano. Like I'm saying, that's what I read and I understand. On me law. But from the layman or say again I will mean to me because and I make I say kita phone. But case no one fan share. It is that means say from the judgment na e buy Akosua say what the case keshe phone ho bape e say we ditum. Is that what it is?
Yeah, but someone from my into so the baba no.
What no?
Until so the baba no to me ka say our really and null and void. And then I'm person me chose until so what the baba now call to bedia to no. We cannot sit on online and say say Priscilla our really and null and void. So as somebody I was understand. I don't understand the
idea why photocopy book of original number
certificates. Not the we insist to be there and null and void. Me said anti
okay. But I know the void American. Me person make us say
stop saying she don't have the certificate.
Until the
fact that she wasn't be able to
Lumba or mafia
if you want to be truthful with yourself, yeah.
Yeah, actually say your course support in the church you want original.
Okay, you guys
say authentic. The word the court you say that I didn't authentic.
Okay,
that don't mean it's fake. That don't mean it's fake. It was the process. That's it.
Now didn't you fake what my photocopy for original blade?
What I'm reading is where you. It's not
let me talk and go.
It's Kobe's turn. Kobe.
What are you trying to tell me?
Gamma Mlana to be a style. It can be authentic.
It's not Mania. But anyway, I want a really more authentic yeah, stop using that word. Or say
authentication. The word is authentication, not
certificate cannot be authentic.
So we will be quiet in our case authentic, yeah. That means it's fake. Are there me would there brand name or authentic, yeah. Not judging and declare say fake. First thing, me pacho, me person me clarify. Will be any of the photocopy bar. I just say, judge me can say what the photocopy bar. Or copy, certified copy from the registry. I know the bar. I'm a judge in a say.
Kobe, what do you want to
oh, maybe I'm not asking for my dear friend is certified. My dear friend is certified.
Money castle, we are not so castle. Don't do that. Money castle me.
Oh, who can share that? Then we'll be able.
Kwame Kasa.
The matron say,
Akosua, my Sunday, you know, bro, I document.
Yeah. Omo ti abrochira
me pacha send my king so mame.
And they are so best and the
Mate cause king why die but me kan kro be kasa.
How now send the man of radio be can.
So mo attack. Who started the audio will encourage.
I'm in Premier Baby.
Now most support my because of morals. Now morals they don't support my because of many of our
it's a what's me elder or the or the Kobe Kawas.
One more person just a man coming Nasam Kachan.
Hey,
Kobe Casa.
Minya, Miss Ramon. Uti abrochie na be we eye onwa sometimes na na eme nwa omo matina Europe ni o koje o certificate o ware 30 years ago a paper A4 sheet bi ni print am out na bibia was sa na ma me ne koje bai na o de bai na judge ne say dabi ye mra no Ghana o de bibi say ba e say o de fire embassy na wo consulate or Berlin. No more certified or more authenticating. It went me and yes, sir. Aha, and was I say, send me too much because people now they are because of 1 year, sir. Me no me share Ghana certificate, the minima marriage certificate. Signatures too, na was. But Germany, dear, no, and this, sir, into a foreign law, or no, so a judge or Ghana, won't me in the true German certificate, and also no, dear, really. Timmy Pacho, judge, you know, Minyansa Munosan or no, S. Yanine Yadrin, but Uber say, son or no, Timmy Pacho never has no be the catcher me say, my many day or original, no, photocopy, and what the bar, me Pacho, don't do that. And yet original no koye photocopy by a marriage certificate or the free European registry sanity a normal paper and a true the goose near the stamp of a bosso. Na bibia na nye marriage certificate na mumu hunisa. Intimacy Ramon. Akos, stop deceiving and I don't want to use
it. Me pacho, aka say ya ma minka bibi. America ha ukuta official documents. Me Martina America ha longer than Martina Ghana. I know what I'm saying. The official certified copy of anything na baby two way na me nim so betimi akọ. UPS for store, obetimi akọ UPS, ope certified copy on be amount. Obetimi akọ post office. Ni aye certified copy amount. So we were Ghana na we do na we marriage certificate. Uwo Kumasi na marriage certificate how do we do post office. You be certified copy of certificate no at the amount. Ebetimi aba say bia wo ye bibi. You don't want to mail the original out. Ukwe duma you be certified copy no ewe dum at the amount. E come ha me see UPS, USPS. Yeah, certified copy. Inti minim de copy keka.
Hey, in any case, no, me patrol me worried though. My, you know, me patrol in any certificate be, and I know said there are serial numbers and everything on it. Does it say that? Because my certificate I'm a warrior, me university name SSC name.
Storage.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. It comes with a reference number.
Aha, what do I worry?
Remember,
good.
It comes with date reference number where America had where your wife was born. And the county that
me patrol the good details. My emphasis nina what them say. So you know so much. Until when you go and you do the
certified. My dear and clarify deal one yes me miss.
There me patrol.
Me patrol so US and I know.
I do Akosua we na am in power some.
I mean US
I'm a question. They still arrive at the same spot.
Yeah. We am a DJ based on constant medium.
Opesa dey we do question am be say no ho answer na o de be ma we on clarify dey. Oh. E patrol ukoye true copy na does it change sa number na wo kan also na?
It doesn't change anything. For your photocopy it doesn't change anything.
Okay. Nti Akosua Serwaa dey no the back court. Why was it changed? Do you have any idea?
Okay. So there were 3 exhibits or 3 documents that were presented as marriage certificates. I cannot say that. I can't say it's a marriage certificate. 3 documents that were sent to the court as marriage certificates, and none of them could be accepted as a marriage certificate. The first one was a certificate that was in German language, and the judge told them, say, when you are bringing a foreign document to Ghana, you have to go through processes, and the processes that he has to go through, go back and do it. Then they came back to the document with a different number, different signature, and in English. It did not correspond with the first one that was submitted. If I'm going to translate a document from English to French, the serial number and everything, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or a universal. Wherever you go, it is there, just like it is pronounced differently. So the serial number should tally. The third document.
So if I may not bother you, can you support everything you are saying with the verdict, if you don't mind? Because we bet now, I say, let
me get hold of my other phone. But this is what I wanted to say before the guy. These people. Of course, the guy came and started talking.
Because me certified copy my yebia me ko UPS no my yama me post office. E come my passport. E come anum say passport. We regular copy your friend is saying and crown birth certificate. We crown birth setter regular copy Emma. That's a we certified copy.
Obe making answer no. I said stop it.
Yeah, stop it.
Headmaster.
Guy, so said the guy who spoke before he left, and I wanted to remind him, say, first of all, the first interview that Juaben Fosu he talked about Lumba and Mami Akosua not speaking for about 10 years, and he was the mediator. Oh,
you down here?
The second thing that he talked about is Lumba and Wario Bronii, but on 4 different occasions. Lumba confirmed his marriage to Bronii. That one they don't want to hear. On Lumba on Mother's Day.
Yeah.
On Mother's Day, when he was also talking about how a song came about, he also talked about Bronii. Lumba, on stage on his 59th birthday, he talked about Bronii or the Fupa Mantem. And then on stage, live performance, Bronii name was replaced. Mami Akosua's name was replaced with Bronii. And no, we have men that aside politics, we should respect them.
Honorable
Kokofu.
Sorry, that
my friend say. I said Katia. And few others, they confirm the Lumba. They need cheer there or there. But Juaben Fosu Pedro, he understands chi more than us. In this world, in his world, when somebody says I'm empana, and I say Mehokafwa, they are the same. Now, which of you guys here will introduce your wife to somebody as Wampana? Will you not introduce your wife to somebody as Mehokafo? And have we not heard from time immemorial, from our childhood, infancy, there, if somebody is married to somebody and the person calls him Mehokafo? Sometimes the kind of the hypocrisy we display here, it's annoying. You can disagree with issues, but when you want to disagree with facts, it becomes annoying. It's annoying. And women sometimes, anyway, let me just Juaben Fosu has done a great disservice to Lumba. Because first of all, he doesn't even know Lumba had 7 kids with Bronii and 1 even passed. In his interview, was it Lumba had 5 kids with a lady? But the fact is, Lumba has 6 kids with this lady. When Lumba and Bronii, when they met Juaben Fosu Olukomono, did Lumba introduce Bronii to him as Menhokafo? In his first interview, I say as Mami Akosua Benyame Itrinuka, and so Sameka Yenya Yembenyufo, Yenya Yembema. Mami Akosua Lumba Yiri Penny, and a year Ketua. He said it in his first interview, but people want to ignore those ones and come and jump on this and tell us that we should believe what this guy is saying. If I tell you that I'm married to a woman, who are you to tell me that I'm not married to that woman? If me, I open my mouth and says I'm married to Akosua, who are you to tell me that I'm not married to Akosua? Who are you? When I was going to get married, my opinion was not there. People think that when you are going to get married, your whole family should be there. No. When I was going to get married, my opinion was not there. Your family should not be in the know. It was me, my mom, my dad, and my uncle. The whole family should not come and say because we know that you've married this person, so that one we accept to say a marriage. What kind of childish argument is that? How many of you kind of you know your family head? How many of you on this platform can win you one bush penny? And the guys who are married, how many of you went to marry your wives who to your bush penny? To even make that argument today, bush penny was not part of his or your marriage. What do you need? What do you need to marry somebody? What do you need to marry somebody? And another argument, Lumba worry no one fear Janya worry. Charlie, we should just be careful about these things. Storage way. You want to
my man chip in something. Juaben Fosu interview no se mutie ni ya. First one on the biscuit.
Kware me patcho nuso mpacho.
But they all customer
let me read what you wanted me to read.
I don't know, I sir. My best
So let's look at point 90 on page 26. Also, upon a look at Exhibit B and B1 being the purported marriage certificate and its translated copy, and also the purported original that was brought before the court by counsel for the plaintiff, for the court to compare. After the plaintiff had closed her case, the court agrees.
Paragraph saying.
The court page 26.90.
Paragraph Nagasa is saying.
Paragraph. Oh no, look at point 90. Point 90. We'll call section 6 of the evidence at the next point after that one.
Okay.
I'll say, I'm reading it again. Upon a look at the Exhibit B and B1 being the purported marriage certificate and its translated copy, and also the purported original that was brought before the court by counsel for the plaintiff, and for the court to compare after the plaintiff had closed her case, the court agrees with the counsel for the defendant that the purported marriage certificate as submitted has no probative value. Upon a look at Exhibit B and B1 being the purported marriage certificate and its translated copy. So the B is the one that they said is the original. The B1 is the translated one.
Yeah.
Muntio, being the purported marriage certificate and its translated copy, and also the purported original that was brought before the court by counsel for the plaintiff, for the court to compare after the plaintiff had closed the case. The court agrees with the counsel for the defendant that the purported marriage certificate as submitted has no probative value. Here, the purported marriage certificate is a foreign document bearing a foreign official signature, Section 161 of this Act provides that a signature is presumed to be genuine and authorized if it is purported to be the signature affixed in his official capacity of an official of an international public entity or a state or a public entity in the state recognized by Ghana, and the writing to which the signature is affixed is accompanied by the certification of the genuineness of the signature and the official position of the person who executed the writing. Therefore, 91. Now let me go to the B. Such certification must be signed and sealed by the diplomatic agent of Ghana or of a Commonwealth country who is assigned or accredited to that country. 3. If reasonable opportunity has been given to all parties to investigate the authenticity of foreign official signature, the court may, with good caution, order that it is treated as presumptively authentic without certification. As some of Judge the King were what they are trying to tell, what they are trying to tell Lawyer Kusinye there, if I am going to take a copy of the marriage certificate from a country, they will ask me the purpose of it. If I state that my husband is dead and I need it for documentation, the new marriage certificate will come with the inscription stating that the husband is deceased. Although this marriage certificate is coming to confirm that they were married, they will state that the marriage is the man is deceased. Did anybody see anything like that in there? Again, the person who is sanctioned to issue those marriage certificates should be confirmed by the Ghana mission in Germany. So that letter now should have gone to the Ghana mission in Germany for them to call the office that they went to receive or to retrieve those certificates now to confirm that indeed, yes, it is coming from our office. What Ghana mission will do in there, they will put it in an envelope, seal it with a stamp of Ghana mission, and it will never fall into the hands of Papa Shi. Neither will it fall into the hands of Lawyer Kusi. Neither will it fall into the hands of anybody. It will come straight to the courts, and it will come to the desk of Judge Dorida. Did we see anything like that happening? Papa Shi was gallivanting all over the place talking about Makwajiaba. Which authentic
Mepacho maminka kakra Mpacho maminka certificate no kakra me na me wo Berlin no.
Mama nenka se no entu kra na me frɛ no ocho wo comment ni for.
Ai na me preso ba pa
Mama nenka samaye wa.
Yeah, good evening no. Say morning.
Akosua papa bi mepacho hawa ekro be so na wo.
Mepacho me wo Berlin. Germany Berlin.
What's now how many years if you don't mind me asking?
Pacho me penny matra more than 30 years.
Me person me make sure say we metu fufuro ngu obi e let me make sure nti sa we ka say me kura na mako fa say be cancel.
Oh, daddy, me yes me penny mo.
Na so court na so check kwan say come for so bia.
Ania me say Akosua kasa nitio.
Aha, me pacho Germany ha me mawari ordinance married ni bi. Na me de no me be wari wo Ghana. And I made it by I have say be my almost accepted. That time na me worry Bronii. And so na mini Bronii ni jaye ye no. Minya me krom ni Ghana ni amene worry bi said ye mam say wade na ati no.
Na worry Shendela.
Enti yeah as I yin mpacho we want my mini wa no kakra. Ti say Bronii na amene worry ye no. Me mana me ni me kunu be ye no. That time no na me ne no nyaye aware. Enti mana me wuye ni nyina ye be ma no Bronii ni din na beto omo so. First of all no Bronii ni din na beto nkwala ni nyina so. Chense mi kunu koka se opese oji nkwala ne ba ni din mu. Enti ho no ye besa akọ ti se cancel we no Ghana no aha no ye friend no Stana Samt. Iti yebeko ho ni asa kwasin some papers be brebe difficult amame. Iti no.
Akosua me pacho to bo ase. Wo si na wonu wukunu Bronii ni da so ware. and I want to Ghana ni no ko ye sa na pese o che
Yenkrat ayi so sa na
me pese me ti ase keke sa na wo che America ha the same thing America ha so wo ware wo krum ha na se wo ba wo ne be ma foforo ko wo state bebre sa na tie automatically na akra na papa ye de be hye so yo kunu no
yeah
unless say wo ko argue ye paternity ni ade wo court educo change free so it's the same thing here intimate matter the wo kan
Akosua enya nim say eno ye de jade wo e ka say amono ne
yeah so much o chire mu ba
but me bo but court some there ko can different unto kan some court
yeah ene de enye no ne ko ho nti de mpa me training say wo ware eyi no a ye be ma wo book bi enti sa Ghana de no a certificate no bekuta wo saa no aha no ye be ma wo book bi e friend family book no se de na mo kana enti sa book no eno na aba be ye me certificate si a enti se me pebi e de a kire kro bi so eye yi a me de sa family book no kwa nipa on te ase but chance German eyi for na beti ase because me ko won ne ko request a on be ma me paper for bi a it say true way no iti me de kwa se nye German for na beti sa de na se a kro bi ni ho a se won mo te ase nti ka German eyi no embassy for no na yes won mo be kire asem no mu na on mo te ase
me ambusa na question why
Kwame man kasa wie o make point man kasa wie o make point nya botre
yeah se me tesi ano makọ Britain no mo busa me se o mu hia certificate from a year me yi sa family book na o te say o mu ntimi nti ase because said ade no aha no tie no o mu ye bibia different nti o mu me course si a o mu be ma me paper bi keke say de me kwa kwato no ono so na be sign say china me sa kwa different person na me kwa kwato no so be sign different signature iti tempia de no be ye difficult bi a
eti ya papa Juaben Fosu enkoma wodi ye e de fa daddy Lumba the late Charles Kwadwo Fosu ho no ene ekoko tie bi e de e ba ye no mesra so be share videos no ama foforo so atimi enya bi ahwe mam ya Akosua Serwaa appeal no e kwasen e ba so ana ema so medical drop video e de amawo na minim se ekoso Germany ana ekoso UK mintimi nchirem agi so okwohwe video no no watie mu nkomo ni bi na wonso so wa kire wa adwen aha eguso eye Daily Gossip TV